My name is Alan Paulum. I was the founding director of the Nature Conservancy in Kansas and served in that capacity for 22 years. I first was a member of the Nature Conservancy starting in 1988, and by late in 1988 I received a letter in the mail as a new member and announcing that the Conservancy had made a decision to open an office in Kansas. As a first course of action, I guess, when we opened up the office, there was me and a telephone pole and a desk. I think that the reason that the Nature Conservancy has been successful in this location and others around the state and has persisted for 25 years and will be here many years afterwards is because we are here to allow the general populace to act on their love of the land and their appreciation for our state, and to have us be their agent to carry out things that they cannot possibly do on their own. So working together with their support and our expertise, we can make lasting impacts on our state that will be there for our children and grandchildren and generations to come.
I'm Rob Manus, and I'm the State Director for the Nature Conservancy of Kansas. And when I think about the vision and inspiration that had to be part of the decision to establish a Nature Conservancy in Kansas, I wonder about not only the vision, but the courage of the people who decided they were going to try to do landscape scale lasting conservation in Kansas, a state that arguably might not have been most prime for that 25 years ago, and some people would argue even today. But against that backdrop, people have achieved some pretty great things on the landscape. Some of those things include thousands and thousands of acres under permanent conservation, acres that might not still be there in an ecological sense today if it hadn't been for people like Wayne Liebsack and Marilyn Oliver and Kenny Baum and John Strickler and others who were involved clear back in the very beginning of the Nature Conservancy. And because those folks came together in spite of the pressures against conservation a quarter of a century ago and said, you know, we think we ought to have a privately funded conservation organization in Kansas. Because they did that, places like the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve and hundreds of thousands of acres under permanent conservation through easements and other cooperative ventures with foresighted ranchers and other landowners, those things are all conserved because of what those folks did. And the result is that we can look back over our shoulder for 25 years and see hundreds of thousands of acres that are well conserved and a job well done. And we can look forward to the next 25 years and beyond with a lot of optimism about what we'll be able to accomplish. I think there's really no limit to what we can do in terms of conserving wild Kansas in a way that takes care of people's livelihoods, the quality of their lives, and their health, and frankly, their sanity. And I'm proud to be part of that with the Nature Conservancy.